Hi, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mario Silveira. I'm addressing you through this YouTube channel to talk about a concept I developed in order to nicely bring together quantum physics and cosmology. Uh, this concept, or as to say, the big actor here is what I coined the existential quanta, a psychomathematical object. Nice, huh? Well, Ed Wheaton, one of the leaders of the superstring group of theoretical physicists, says that he would like to have a principle like that of the equivalence, the principle of equivalence, which helped Einstein to develop the mathematical framework underlying a gravitational theory. Wheat comes up with a purely mathematical object, the string, which is supposed to be more fundamental than space-time itself. As everybody knows, he and his colleagues got mysteriously stuck for a while now. I think I can help these guys move on. Einstein used to say that um, a waiter should understand, at least, the principle and main ideas of general relativity. This is correct because we are the same animal. We need a very simple question in here. Suppose that the string is more fundamental than space-time. Let me ask this. Where does the string live? In what dimension? Let me now address a dissident of quantum physics, the apparently mystic and philosophical Amit Goswami. Goswami says that consciousness is the ground of being, and because of this, we should root a final theory on consciousness. I don't think any, excuse me, I don't think any of the very intelligent theorists that I mentioned here attached to the superstring theory, let us say a great guy like the author Brian Greene doubts that. After all, even Jesus, by the Jacob pit, graciously and beautifully reminds us that God is a spirit. Also, the universe starts with a quantum fluctuation, which in no, which is no other thing than the manifestation of the spirit, as Lemaitre said with his approach to the uh, the primeval atom hypothesis, is that it which starts the Big Bang theory. But the question now is this: can one address straightforwardly consciousness as a theoretical instance? I don't think so, because if one is assuming axiomatically that this is an ultimate theory which is mathematically very, very complex, then according to Gödel's proof of incompleteness of systems at least as much complete as arithmetic, then if we take consciousness as the ground of a theory, there will be some truth that we cannot prove. And bet it is just the truth we are badly looking for. So we are stuck, aren't we? We are not easy give-uppers. The string is more fundamental than in space-time. What is it telling us? Let us go to the 17th century and meet Baruch Spinoza, the man who Einstein loved so much that he honored him with a nice poem. Spinoza is responsible and the creator of the most fundamental principle of equivalence ever. Did you know that? More fundamental even than the principle of equivalence derived by Einstein. An ultimate principle of equivalence that one finds at the existential center of his masterpiece, The Ethics. There, Spinoza states that the reason why it, God or nature to be specific, exists is the same as it acts. Here is the magic. I changed God or nature by the psychomathematical object, the existential, the, the existential quanta. So now we have that acting and existence are equivalent. Remember that Einstein's prejudice, when he consciously, maybe unconsciously, maybe by an impulse, introduced the cosmological constant and says that, and this is equivalent to denying that the universe is bound to self-organization, which means emergence of life, and also is the universe is in permanent evolution. That the universe is a phenomena of emergence as much as life is. That both are grounded on the same structure, being it physical, mathematical, or spiritual, as Goswami once said. The theoretical framework is the same for the origin of the universe or the origin of life. But now, this seems to be preparing a topological stage for approaching a final theory. Yes, it is. And as Einstein was found to say, the general ideas are very simple. You should recall that evolution can approach consciousness as much as we want. This is a concept developed by Newton, which is neighborhood and limits in mathematics. Evolution of species as a theory, as a framework, can approach consciousness because we human beings possess consciousness and we are expanded by the evolution of species. This very naturally shows us that quantum gravity is a kind of Borromean knot in which Kantian physics, general relativity, and species evolution appear as related laces. And how do they relate? That's the question. Oh, guys, should it be by a reduction ad absurdum kind of mathematical approach? I think so. See you around. Thank you, and bye now.